Great line, Tom.
Anyway,
You'll write
listen,
down.
I don't know if Elaine is still on air or not, but Elaine, thank you so much for calling in and doing Joan Rivers for us. And we'll see you on our next show talking about Peter Sellers. So we're looking forward to that.
Thanks, Elaine. I guess she's
Thanks,
done.
Elaine.
So I have some Joan Rivers quotes in front of me.
Okay.
She had some great quotes. One of them is, "I wish I had a twin so I could know what I'd look like without plastic surgery."
That's cute.
That's cute. My best birth control now is just to leave the lights on.
It's very Joan. Very bold.
Yeah.
I love it.
I knew I was an unwanted baby when I saw that my bath toys were a toaster and a radio.
The last one, I didn't hear the last line.
Oh, I knew I was an unwanted baby when I saw that my bath toys were a toaster and a radio.
Ah, that's cute.
Yeah.
That's a good one, Tom. That's cute.
Well, these are all Joan River isms.
Joan River isms.
Yes.
She was just, I think, one of the best. It was
But
like
how many of those came from her?
one of my two favorite comics is Don Rickles and Joan Rivers. That's it. My favorite.
Nice. Now, besides Joan, what?
Excuse me. Who are your favorite comedians?
I said were. I said Don Rickles, and Joan Rivers.
Right, that's what you said. So I'm going to ask you again. Janice, who are your favorite comedians?
Doug Max and Tom. And Jack. And Helene.
Jesus. What do we got to do to get guests that know their place, Tom? Come on.
I'm very humble.
Janice, besides Joan, what other brushes with celebrity did you had?
Oh, God. Denzel Washington.
Wow.
I used to go to China Club every Monday. It was by my house, and I had no money. And I knew the guys at the door, so I was able to go in, and all the celebrities would go on Monday. And he used to, and I was like, "Hey, Denz," and I was a heavy set girl, and he was like, "Hey, funny girl," and that was it. That was like, call me funny. Oh my God.
Nice.
And Judd Nelson, my first comedy appearance, he came with a bunch of guys on Harleys.
Nice.
That was kind of cool. Who else? Well, Joan I met. Who else? I don't know. There's a lot of people. I'm more about how people treat me. You know what I mean? It's not so much the fame of it. It's how people treat me when they're successful. Doug Max is doing this. He's successful.
That's right.
I love it. Have you been, Tom? Who do you love?
I have to say one of my favorite local comics is really my comedy mentor that taught me a lot from the business is Uncle Floyd.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever worked with Uncle Floyd?
Probably back in the day, more like Stuttering John from Howard Stern show. Like that was kind of my era. So guys like him and Jim Gaffigan and Greg Giraldo, may he rest in peace.
Yeah.
God, so every one of them, I name whoever you want, 90% of them went to Gladys's room, and I was like her right hand, and that was where we got our comedy on.
Next time you see Gaffigan, tell him I really don't appreciate him borrowing my premise. He knew I was a nobody at Gotham. He was hoping I wasn't going to go anywhere, and he had to borrow my whole bit.
You know what's weird? I went to Spokane about 3.5 years ago. And he came running across the airport to say hello to me. And I was with another comic, and they were dying. Like, "Oh my God, look who said hello." I go, "Yeah, he said hello. It's great. I like him." I used to try to get him dates at the clothing store I worked at. I said, "But did he say, come and do my show, put a part in for me?" No, so keep it moving.
Did he say anything to you about the guilt he was feeling about borrowing a premise from an unknown comic at Gotham?
Tell him I owe money from Gotham.
It was
$10.
It was a very strong premise.
I'm sure it was. What was it? About getting laid? What was it?
Kind of. It was about Mary getting laid and having Jesus.
Oh, nice. you
Yeah.
know.
I wanted to,
course.
when I was at Gotham, it was my fourth comedy show ever.
Wow.
I was at
We
Gotham. I
upstairs
did
and
the
downstairs.
50-person bringer for you-know-who.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. And I'm sweating because I only had a dozen. I'm sweating like, are they going to put me on? A dozen I had, you know, and
A
like
dozen
now I
wasn't
know.
bad. My mother had 90 at Caroline's, 90 years ago.
Who
90.
did? Your mother?
My mother did a major mailing. Everybody came. They all live in
You
Florida
told
now.
me that story. You told me that story. Yeah, I
Oh,
remember.
I'm sorry. I was telling the world.
Yeah. I remember actually I had a group of about, because one of the new comics on that show was like this 85-year-old guy that brought like 40 of the people from his retirement home. And
Nice.
I don't remember the exact bit, but I remember it began by my saying very matter-of-factly, I want you to know that I don't endorse bestiality. But if you think about it, anyway, I went on to do some musings about bestiality, and the entire group of 30 or 40 85-year-old people were all there. I looked over and I made a big mistake. I looked over at them, and every one of them had their mouth open like, you know.
I mean, their jaws were on the floor with the walkers and the canes. You had to pick the jaw up. That happened to me New Year's Eve.
I
The
wish you
oldest-
were there. I wish you both were there for that night, because you
That would've been
would have
nice.
loved the show at how bad it was. It's such a wonderful venue. They not only did they turn off, not only did I get the flashing light, they ended up turning off the microphone. I kept on talking, and then they came
Oh my
over the
God.
loudspeaker to say, Doug, your time is up. That was probably like 11 minutes in.
Oh my God, they had like 90 more they had to put on. That's why. You know?
Anyway, I haven't been back.
But you did my show and you've been working, so that's amazing because you're funny. You're
Yeah, I'm
funny. I
working.
tell you, you're funny.
I'm plotting on how to take care of this little problem I got at home.
Oh, yeah? How little?
He's about 5'2".
Ay vey. Yeah, I know. I know what you're talking about. It's not easy being you, Doug Max. It's not easy.
I've done some bad things. The other day was horrible, though.
What'd you do?
He didn't take a shower. And, you know, I really want him to take a shower every day, but he doesn't feel that secure in the shower. I lured him out onto the back patio, and I, like, spritzed him with a little bottle of water and Dawn, and then I hosed him off with the power washer.
By the way, people out there, he's talking about his father, not a dog, okay? Just so we know. If you see a man hosing down another man, you'll know it's Doug and his dad. Hose me down.
He doesn't, he's 90, he's going to be 97 in a month. He doesn't do anything around the house. He doesn't do anything but like sit on Facebook and read newspapers.
That's not such a bad life when you're his age, right? He's lucky. He probably feels good that he gets up every day.
He
Yeah.
actually, he needs exercise. They told me I needed to get him a walker. Like, he doesn't do anything around the house at all. I got him a lawnmower.
Why don't you get him a girlfriend? He'll start walking fast.
Really?
My
He
grandmother was
was
in the
married-
home with a boyfriend.
Annis, he was married 67 years.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
That's
wow.
a long time.
That's more than I'm on this planet. That's a
I'm
long time.
63, and I've been struggling
Oh,
with
stop.
myself
You're not
for I don't know
63.
how many years.
You don't look it. You don't look a day over 61.
Thank you, dear. I had a better. Come on, I told you looked 45. You could
I know. And
you-
listen, I wish.
pick a
I
more
wish.
believable lie for me. You do. You look 45. It's the lighting and
It's
the hair.
definitely the lighting. It's not
And
my
the makeup.
apartment, so it's much better lighting. Yeah.
Did you notice I did my hair? Oh, it kind of squashed my hair.
It looks nice. You look good, kid. I wish I could see Tom. How you looking, Tom?
He looks.
I'm looking
look at
good.
him. He looks great. He looks.
But-
Look at him.
The only problem is I gave myself a haircut and I look like an angry lesbian.
Oy vey, Maria, like a softball player on my team.
Yeah,
I didn't understand why they were
exactly.
so handsome, these women. They were very handsome women.
Oy vey Maria.
Oy vey Maria, oy vey. Oy vey Maria, oy vey. Now I'm waiting for Helene to come back and do something. What are you doing, Tom? Are you wearing clothes or are you sitting there naked?
I'm wearing some clothes.
I knew it.
I have my lederhosen on.
Your lederhosen. Oh,
Lederhosen. Yes, I'm in an Pop band on the weekends.
Oh, nice. Papa, everyone knows. It's cute.
I'm just waiting because I know somehow Tom is going to find a way to use the word ShamWow. And
I did sell on the commercials.
Yeah.
That was like that schmata that you use.
Yeah, it was like a chamois.
Yeah. Like
Tom, you knew the word schmata?
Of course.
What do you mean, of course? Let him answer. I don't think he knew the word.
Him. I thought you meant me.
No,
I grew up in Wayne in the 70s. You were either Italian or Jewish. Most of my friends were Jewish.
It's not your fault.
You didn't like your own, Tom.
All I know is junior high school. I had this parade of bar mitzvahs that I went to. I still have the yarmulkes. I'm going to turn them into face masks.
Or if you start going
bald, that's a great idea, Tom. That's a great idea.
You know, I live in New York City, and I got to tell you, we're so badass, even the pigeons were wearing masks, okay?
So talking about a yarmulke reminded me of a very funny story that I'm going to tell you. Oh, here, it's my girlfriend. Hello, honey.
Okay.
Hi, sweetie. I'm good, honey. I'm on the air. You're on the air with Funny Talk with Mangelli and Max. Would you like to call me later or say hello to everybody? They can hear you.
And what about me? What am I, chopped liver? Hi, Steph.
Say hello to Janice.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hi.
We're not hearing her.
No. No, it's okay. Thank you, honey. I'll talk to you after the show. Okay, bye-bye, hon. Bye. I had to fight myself and not go, because
that's so sweet.
It's not good.
He's got a very sweet girlfriend, by the way. Anybody out there, you can't believe Doug.
So sweet. So sweet. 5 years we've been together. I've been doing this show for 2 years, second and fourth Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. And she still calls at the wrong time.
Doug, in her defense, it's hard to know what day it is these days.
Yes. Okay. That's a good one, Tom. You just saved his ass. Mm-hmm. That's funny as could be. What room are you in, Doug?
I'm in what I call my office.
Yes. You know, everybody on TV these days have bookshelves. Did you notice that? Everybody's doing interviews in front of bookshelves.
But this is something people do not have in their room. Hang on.
Disney? Is that Bambi?
Yep.
That's an animation cell.
Yep, it's a real animation cell, and it's actually...
Is it a production cell, actually, from the movie?
Yes, it's actually signed.
And yeah, but I hope it doesn't say to Doug. Because if it does, it's not worth shit.
It's got a very fine, it says to Bambi, or it has it written, I don't know if you... Yeah, anyway.
It's so cute.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's part of my Bambi shrine. I have a whole collection of Bambi things. I've been into Bambi you didn't know that about me, did you, Tom?
I didn't know that about you at all. Because I thought you were maybe more of a Tinkerbell kind of guy. You know what I'm saying?
Doug, I thought you meant a stripper, Bambi.
Tinkerbell. Hey, honey. Hey, sweetie. Tinky.
Actually, you told me about this when we were in Lake Placid. I used to collect animation cells.
What the hell are you in Lake Placid? Olympics?
No, we went to go meet Lou Costello's daughter. Wow.
Oh, that's right. We had a cover story. Tom and we had a romantic weekend in Lake Placid together.
Nice, you and Tom. How romantic.
Yeah.
Thank God you didn't ski in front of a tree and get axed.
No, we actually met Chris Costello, Lou's daughter.
Is she a comic or is she in the business?
No, it was a film festival we went to, and they were showing Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein on the big screen, and she was there for a question and answer period and signing autographs and movie stills and whatnot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she was our first guest on our very first podcast.
Oh my God, that must have been great. Did she have a lot of stories?
Lou's great granddaughter, and we had Lou's other daughter, Patty.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Any of them in show business?
I've never been to Lake Placid before. It was beautiful up there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
They're no longer in show business, but Chris was a singer for a while, and she's now a travel agent.
Oh, good. Well, hey. You know why I said yes to this? Because I don't have to wear a mask, see? I give good eyes, though, don't I?
Yes, you do.
I give good eyes. Can't say that about everybody.
Oh, thanks for reminding me. I have an eye doctor appointment tomorrow.
I'm glad I reminded you. Now
Are you going, Tom? Are you?
Yes, I'm going.
Really?
I'm going to go with my mask on.
I guess you can do that. It's hard to do, you couldn't do that. You couldn't go to a dentist's office.
No.
You could wear a mask, but you'd have to take it off.
Yeah.
It's really, I mean, this whole corona,
tough.
it's very tough. I mean, I told my mother last week, I was like, she went to urgent care. I said, wait in the car. She goes, yep, we wait in the car and we went in one at a time. I said, don't sit in the waiting room. That's the last place you want to be.
Oh, yeah.
People used to sneeze and we said, God bless you. Now it's like, I'm going to die. Get away. Get away. Oh, my God. You know what I'm saying?
And, I feel horrible, but, if my father has a problem, the risks are compounded with him just going to the emergency room. Because who knows what's going to be there, number one. And number two, I can't go there. If he comes out, I can't get it. I could die from it, not as likely as him, but, I'm certainly, I'm old enough I could get it.
Thank God you're okay, both of you.
Speaking of age, Janice, you'd be glad to know that you're the youngest one on the show tonight.
Oh, that makes me feel so good. I'm the youngest something. Now I'm like the oldest. Feels
great.
Like
now who's calling me? Evan Weiss.
Oh, that's hilarious. Hilarious.
Evan, hang on. I'll send you a link, buddy. Hang on. Jesus. Okay.
So, Janice, you
guys, let me send Evan. Can I send Evan a link just to say hello? Janice?
Go ahead, whatever you want. Everybody's coming in on my interview. Sure, what the hell? Come on in, guys. Let's get everybody. I hope he doesn't overeat. We won't be able to fit.
Oh. Janice, are you still doing Friday nights? Well,
this is my show. As you can see, the poster in the back, which is like, but this is my show. It's One Funny Broad on Broadway. And Janice Massetti and Friends. It's usually 8:00 on Fridays when we're allowed to have entertainment. But I haven't seen that in 2 months.
Nice.
So I've been thinking about going back and doing nails because, hey, before the nanny, there was Janice. So I'm thinking, worst case scenario, I'll go to people's houses. I'll have Doug be my security guy. Right? Go to people's houses and do their mani-pedis for them.
Yeah, listen, baby, before my girl Janice, I'm gonna let her in to do your nails. I need to ask you a few questions. So, you got any animals?
You got any hangnails? You need any tips?
So, what do you got in the fridge for me to snack on?
I got Diet Orange. I got pork chops. And I got a lot of this.
How are you doing with food? Yeah,
How do
okay.
you think I'm doing? Look at me. I'm well. I mean, I'm fine. Listen. I'm blessed because I've been staying at my boyfriend's, which is in Havishua. So we've been getting food, and it's not terrible here. I gotta tell you, it's not terrible. I gotta be careful that I don't gain the COVID-19 pounds. You know what I'm saying?
Doug, have a straw. Do you remember have a straw? Doug?
I
Doug?
don't.
You don't remember have a straw?
It's why am I thinking it's an Abbott and Costello routine?
No,
it was the gig from hell that Jack Hoffman hooked us up with.
Oh,
The snow one? Or
The snow one.
the snow
I'm
one?
so
Oh,
glad
the
I
one
brought
we
it
didn't
out.
have. Can I tell you
Jack
something?
Yeah.
The shows that I've been on that have been canceled, I think have always been among my best shows.
and you know,
Really?
it's really, but keeping it like serious for a second, I was in Florida to do a fundraiser for cancer. It was about 240 people sold out. Okay. And we had the night before, I was like the last show they canceled. And this month there was another fundraiser I also missed out on. So, you know, we're all feeling it. It's so weird to me. It's so weird. Like I'm vacuuming, I'm dusting, I'm putting, washing the dishwasher.
I know.
That's not just domestic crap.
I know, and I'm handy. I do everything. So everything in the house is fixed and lubricated. I was lubricating the door hinges. You know?
Probably don't like when it makes a sound, like a creaking sound,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
I
I was
know. I hate
lubricating
that.
them.
I don't even like going to the movies because people eat next to me and they crumple up the bag and I want to kill them. What do you have to crumple the bag for? Hello, it's annoying. Stop crumbling.
Wait, that was you?
That was me. That was you with that big can of popcorn? Oh my God.
I'll tell you, that's one thing that I miss with this quarantine. I used to go to a lot of movies.
Now you go to a lot of movies in your living room.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay.
Why am I laughing when Tom said he likes to go to a lot of movies?
Because you probably get senior citizen discount. What's he pay, like $2
No,
or
that's
something?
not why I'm laughing.
Why are you
laughing.
laughing?
I'm laughing because of the time he told me he went to see, what did you go and see that I laughed at, Tom? Finding
I don't
Nemo,
remember.
or like Finding
Ellen
Nemo.
DeGeneres.
And I'm like, Tom, you went to see Finding Nemo? Yeah, and all the little kids all the parents were looking at me funny.
You're like, who's the pedophile? No,
Well, Janice, get this. The movie theater near me had a promotion where if you got a number 5, you get free candy. Well, I'm diabetic, so I tried to give my free candy to these kids, and they thought I was going to lure them into my van.
Well, when you stay at a movie theater all day and all night, people are going to get suspicious, don't you think?
Well, that's true.
Put the candy away, Tom. Put it away. Put the candy away, Tom.
All right.
Mm. Ugh.
Oh my God. Elaine
What else
called
is going
me.
on? Did you let Heaven come on?
I missed a call from Elaine.
What happened to Evan?
I don't know. I asked him if he wanted Elaine to come on the show, and he wrote no. And I asked him again, and he wrote no. So I respected him. I took the no. You know, I accepted his no, and now he calls me during my show at 5 minutes before it's supposed to end. So are you going to send me a link? You said twice no, you didn't want it. How many times am I supposed
But
to?
you gotta love Evan. You gotta love him. I love him.
No, I don't like him anymore. He called me.
You gotta love him.
He
It's
calls
everybody's
during my
fault.
show.
Book it. That's who taught me how to book the show.
Same as my girlfriend.
Stephanie?
Yeah, they both call during my. Who's going to call me next?
I'll call you if you want.
Yeah, well, give me a call.
Doug, you want to
Why
come
not-
out and play? Stop posing
Okay.
down your father and come out and play.
Let's stop doing this. I'm going to call the two of you. I'm going to call the two of you up and we'll conference call and
I think that's
we'll
hilarious.
continue this on off air. Oh my God, how long? You know, I looked at the clock and it was like,
It went fast, and we didn't really talk about me that much.
oh, stop.
Yes.
Tom is calling me now.
8 o'clock every Friday when this fakakta coronavirus is over, hopefully soon. We'll have Talk to Tom, Helene, we'll even have Evan Weiss on my show. It'll be a free-for-all.
Even Evan, wow.
Even Evan, he could be the big clothes, no pun intended.
That would be a great name for the show, Even Evan.
My brother's name is Evan, so I'll never forget his name ever.
I heard November.
So, Broadway comedy show.
Broadway Comedy Club.
218 East 53rd.
318, it's 53rd between 8th and 9th, Hell's Kitchen.
Closer to
Closer to, it's in the middle, closer to 8th maybe?
Yeah, it's closer to 8th, yeah. I miss that place.
I was recently in Hell's bathroom.
I miss Tom, I miss me, and I miss my life. Do you guys miss your life? Do you miss yourself?
Oh, terribly.
I feel like I'm a friggin' housewife.
Don't stop talking. He's gonna come back with this Hell's bathroom story.
Listen, I gotta sanitize. I got so much sanitizer. My sanitizer has sanitizer, okay? Everything I'm wiping, everything. From my tushy to the doorknobs to the top of my head, everything. I like the way you blow smoke, Doug. It's so sexy. Oh.
It's a sanitizer. Because our president, I found a vaporizer. I've been putting Lysol in it and vaping.
Listen, what did the president say? You're supposed to take Lysol or something, right?
No, what he said.
Bleach.
I know. He said, and I quote, he said, light and heat. Light and heat, I thought of that myself because I got a really good, Yeah, I know. It's called the head. He doesn't know. He points. He doesn't know it's called the head. He's trying to say I have a good head. He doesn't know the word head. Head.
Kepi.
How old are you when you know your body parts? Fingers, toes.
That's why he doesn't get Kepi.
Body part you fucking learn. I said it again. I got a really good, What?
Kepi.
We are certainly not talking about your brain because you don't even know the word for bed.
Ay vey, Maria. I can't. I mean, he dismissed somebody on a conference thing the other day, and I really was like, I got to turn this off. But hey, we didn't come on to talk about him. We're talking about us.
Oh,
That's right, and Janice.
What's doing, Tom?
Janice, you mentioned something about a Broadway play you were in? No.
I was in an off-Broadway play for like 4 years, yeah. I've done everything.
Her show now, dedicated to the wondrous comedic stylings of the Janice Massetti, is called One Funny Broad on Broadway.
That's it, One Funny Broad.
On One Funny Broad.
Janice Massetti and Friends.
Although, truth be told, you're probably the only funny broad on Broadway.
Oh.
So screw all those other women. And
Can we just take a minute?
I mean that metaphorically. I mean, you can quote me on that. The only funny, I just add a couple letters to it. Make it, instead of one, the only funny broad. And if people come, hey, I'm funny too. You're like, no, you're not.
Funny how? What do you mean funny? Funny what? Like, funny? Like,
funny is this. You are, I don't know what that is, but it's not funny. This is funny.
I like being funny.
I like your being funny too. You, so I didn't also say, Janice, on top of being a wonderful comedy producer, is a wonderful host and always brings up the room. And I know from experience, I've been on other shows where the host has come up between comedians, and if a comedian has brought the room up to 8 or 9 or 10, there are hosts out there that are capable of bringing the room back to a 0.
Yes.
And Janice takes people that leave the room stunned, shocked.
And I used to be able to hug them. Now I won't be able to hug them.
But you always bring up, or you always engage, and you bring up a room, and you make them happy they came, and thinking they're going to get some. They don't always get that something, but they're thinking we're going to get something great. And when you get up, they get it. you know?
Oh, that's so sweet. I was just thinking about doing nails in everybody's house. Now you're making me feel like I have to go back to comedy.
Yeah,
I
well,
have to. What am I gonna do, Doug? We need
nails in comedy. Do funny nails.
There you go.
Cute.
And it's a good name for a salon, too.
I thought Americana nails, or Diva nails, or Tom's nails,
Hang nails.
or Doug Max and girlfriend's nails. It said Evan arrived and then he left.
What are the longest nails you've ever worked on?
I grew up in Long Island, so it wasn't, I mean, the longest nails were like mine. They were just like a little bit long. And I used to like always have nails like French. And everybody who had fake nails wanted to come to me. And that's how I got myself through college and paid a car and insurance and all my college teachers. Hey, Evan, you look great.
Hi guys.
Hey, Evan.
Great. Oh my God, you lost so much
He
weight.
does. The that's the coronavirus talking.
Yeah, I just shaved my head.
Queen of Corona. Me and Julio over here. I never saw you look so good.
That's what happens when Cuomo won't give you unemployment.
But we're looking at you. You look amazing.
When you don't get your unemployment for 2 months, you can't eat,
Well, there you
It
go.
looks good on you.
I told you to stay away from that girl in Florida. I told you.
Ladies and gentlemen, now with us on Funny Talk, in case you did not know, is the wonderful comedy producer, not as wonderful as Janice, but near
I'm a
as
comedian. Don't ever use that word with me.
a comedy producer and comedian.
Don't use that word, comedian. Nobody produces shows.
There is
anymore.
nobody like Evan. He taught me how to book
Okay.
the show. He goes, book it.
Comedian.
Former.
You look great, Evan.
So
Just say
we'll
comedian.
You make
call
me
you
Doug look so good.
a D producer.
Just call me a comedian. I don't want to be called producer.
Okay.
He's a comedian. He's an
Comedian.
entertainer.
Just like Janice is a
Entertainer.
comedian.
I'm an entertainer. I'm an
She's an
entertainer.
entertainer.
I can't just be just a comic. I'm
I
not
really-
self-involved.
I really wish there was a better name for what I want to do so that people wouldn't hold comedians are supposed to get laughs over my head all the time. You know, if we,
Don't you meet people at parties and they go, oh, you're a comedian, make me laugh. I go, oh, you're an accountant, go get my taxes in the car. Could you do them for me, please?
Yeah.
That's what I do. Give me a break.
I like your guys' studio. It looks nice.
You like
thank you,
it?
Evan. It's great, right?
Yeah.
And
Looks
you're welcome to drink and eat whatever you want. You know,
You want to shake
clothes,
your head.
clothes are optional.
You look so good.
Doug, can you do that bit that you've been telling about your dad getting your dad? When your dad doesn't want
Hosing them down.
We already did that story, Evan.
We already hosed him down already. He's drying
Yeah,
off.
I already did the hosing them down.
No, but you said get in these showers.
No.
His dad's a Holocaust survivor. He won't.
I know what you meant. This is my segment. Hello.
Yes, and he chases his dad around, and I'm chasing his.
The worst
Get in
thing
the
I did.
showers.
Why me? Why during my set? Everybody wants to come on. Every one of them. Why? Why, Doug? Maybe
You look
because
great
I'm-
too. You look great, Janice. You
Evan,
look great. You look great, Janice.
calling in. Tell us about your upcoming
you.
shows, Evan.
I will be appearing across the street, walking on the track for 2 hours every day.
And burning calories.
Yeah, that's it. How about you,
I don't-
Janice?
I used to walk to and from the club. Now I have to walk by the ferry over here. By the water. So it's not so
That's
terrible.
it.
Not terrible.
I don't. That's it. I used to go to the gym, and now I just walk. So the gyms aren't even open.
I
So-
know. I can't, honestly, listen, I told Doug before, we're tough New Yorkers that even the pigeons were wearing masks. So I get it.
Yeah. So, you live have you been going out every day, Janice? What have you been doing? You've been stuck inside or what?
I've been pretty much inside. My parents, my father's 83, my mother's gonna be 80. They have not left since March. I'm not kidding, because it was my birthday. And since then, they haven't been out of the house.
Where are they? They're in New York. They're in Florida?
Delray
All right.
Beach. Where we go, baby.
They should get together.
Go to Florida.
Valencia Falls. We got a spot for him. We'll hose him down.
Boca Vista.
Yeah,
My parents are over there. Boynton Beach, my parents.
That's right by Delray. You're right there, Bubby.
Yeah.
When you go after a show, you go to the Cheesecake Factory. It's the only place open until 4 a.m. Every place is closed.
We should get together and do shows for the homeless.
I've done shows for the homeless.
I know, but that's the only group we're allowed to do shows now. That's it. We're gonna be the homeless soon.
This is the craziest I've ever
Evan,
seen.
I told you, you're not going to be homeless. I've got a tent. I've got a beautiful backyard. I've got a hose.
We'll hose you down with his dad.
Got a hose.
And you can hose down each other.
I've been calling in my unemployment every day, 2 months. I can't get my unemployment. It says pending for 2 months. New York State unemployment. I can't get my unemployment. It says pending for 2 months.
I'm sorry to hear that, but you look at the positive side. Janice has this image of the two of us hosing one another down.
That's a visual. Like the number 10, you look like 2 years together.
Do it, Janice. You got to see us in slow motion.
Please, do I have to? That's a visual I may not want to take with me. Okay.
Oh, and what's the music playing in the background? Something.
I know. Nothing's coming from here. Nothing.
Staying alive.
Where's Mangelli? Is he there, or is it just us?
I'm here. I'm only audio.
Oh, you only audio. Why not?
I don't fit on the screen.
You don't fit on the screen. What do you?
No, he got all upset.
Walking with Evan.
I told him I thought he would be better. He doesn't have the bandwidth. So it was either audio or video, and he got all upset with me when I told him I thought he'd be better with video and no sound.
Nice. What a good friend you are.
I know.
Video
Why didn't he
sound.
just drive to your house?
What?
Why didn't he just drive to your house, or vice versa?
I don't want to risk his father.
Hey.
What are you gonna do? Eat his father?
It in my belly.
His dad? Oh, God. Not good.
You bring up a good point, Devin. You guys want to all come over tomorrow for a party and bring some random friends?
I would love to. I don't know anybody that's sick.
Only
Let me see.
if somebody wipes my drool.
I'm making pasta carbonara. Tom?
I'm there.
Disaster. Since when did you making pasta?
Pasta carbonara.
With what? Instead of bread,
What do you mean with what?
matzah?
What do you mean with what? Passover's over. I make it with. I'll probably make it with a linguine fini, as opposed to a spaghetti.
That's like the odd couple. Remember that one?
Linguine fini, eggs, olive oil, Parmesan,
Nice.
salt, pepper.
And you're so thin that he just cooks. He doesn't eat it.
It's not real linguine. It's an impasta.
So funny. Impasta.
That's a good pun. That's a good one.
Yeah, he's got 1,000 of them. I've heard every one like 1,000 times.
That's a lot. 1,000.
Here. Use the word. Let's see. Try to use the word. I was trying to get on a train, but I didn't want to wait.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I was giving him a softball because normally when you say the word wait, it
Wait.
Oh, got it.
triggers something.
Like,
I hold my belly and I say, don't say wait to a fat man.
well, I was a large-sized model, so I've heard it. I had a woman ask me on a train once on a subway track, She goes, oh, you could say you're pregnant, just like my friend. I go, I'm not pregnant, I'm just fat.
I used to be a runway model at LaGuardia Airport.
LaGuardia.
I was a white body.
Do you remember that time before a show, Tom, we were in this restaurant and the waitress came up and she said, sorry about the wait. And you turned to her and said something like,
I said, what kind of crack is that? And I looked at my belly.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. And this poor girl, like, was horrified, like, oh, great, I'm going to get stiffed. You know, I've insulted this guy.
ay. Not good.
So I think the show ended a while ago, didn't it?
Yeah, it's like 10:15.
Well, we started late, so we went a
I
little bit.
feel like Tom's not fair. He's not on camera. I feel like he's sitting there naked.
I feel like you look like, what's his name, with Mike Myers. That's who I thought just came on.
I'm sitting up to my waist in gravy.
That's good. You should share a little bit for the pasta tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to say this because the thought just occurred to me, but I couldn't, if I had to put a show together with my favorite comedy people.
None of them are here.
I knew it.
I was actually going to say, exactly what Janice thought I was going to say. But now I'm just going to say, if I had to put the show together with all my favorite comedy people, I'd only pick Janice.
Aw, that makes me feel good.
Yeah,
That was so sweet.
Tom says mean things to me. He always is kidding about how I don't get any laughs.
You do so.
Doug,
You do
listen.
so.
Always.
You're funny. You're not just looking.
I'm
You're
always
funny.
I'm always the butt of his jokes. And
I'm
I've
not
heard the laughs. I've heard the laughs he gets. I've heard the
Doug,
laughs.
I'm not lying to you, okay? I'm not a good liar. I'm sorry.
Bring back Helene.
Janice is a better actress. As she said, she's an entertainer. I'm just a comic.
Evan, you know something? No, I'm going to tell you this sincerely. I remember, you know, Janice would always come up after sets and compliment me and say it's great. And I remember after one of my sets on one of your shows, and you came up to me after the show, and I said, Evan, how did I do? And you said, did you go on yet?
That's such an Evan answer, too. That's so Evan. I just go on, yeah. How many people do you have? If you have 10 people, I'll give you 10 minutes.
And it wasn't until I started, I'm sorry, I'm crying. It wasn't until I helped Evan on a couple of shows that I realized all the people don't see the amount of work. Everybody has a little thing, you know. Oh, can I do? Oh, can you do? Oh, can
Evan and I have big things.
could you do? Oh, could you? Oh, is it okay? Oh, can I go? Everybody's coming up. You know, you can't listen to a set. All you're doing is maybe picking up, are there sounds coming from the room, or is it total silence? You know, that's what worries me. When you're out back and you hear quiet, you know. Oh.
The thing I like about your sets is very comforting with the quiet.
Oh, I've talked about, I really do. More comedians should embrace, listen, if you don't have the silence, they're not going to listen to you when you're talking. I love
doing these podcasts like spots, it's silent. It's weird. It is definitely weird. I don't know if I'll ever adjust to it. And I'm not kidding. That's not even trying to be funny.
You know what's a tough set? Try calling unemployment.
I know. People still waiting like yourself. I know.
Evan, you want to call back on our next show and we'll call unemployment with you? We'll do
You'll be on hold for next year.
We'll do a Zoom. We'll get all the unemployed people that haven't gotten checks on a Zoom call, and we'll call up Donald and talk to him.
It gets 5 minutes to get through the prompts, and then you get through the prompts. It's like, oh, sorry, everybody's busy right now. Call back. Click. It gets
Click. That's
then
him.
and then you have to go through the prompts again. Oh, go through all the prompts again, and then, by the way, we're busy. Call back again. Click.
Oy,
And then-
not good. Not good at all. Oy
Okay,
vey.
Evan, stop being funny. This is a celebration of Janice.
No, it's really, I'm just here because there's pasta gonna be served tomorrow.
The one
What?
letter I got from unemployment. The one letter I got from unemployment. No
Evan,
money.
Evan, why don't we devote the last part of our show to your reading that for us?
Evan,
Oh my God.
Look for all the instructions before any benefits can be issued to you.
but look at the bright side. You'd be much heavier if they gave you money. You're staying
Yeah.
thin.
You know what? I live across the street from the school. I get the school lunches. Thank God.
Yeah, the kids don't. You get it.
Now they,
And you know what? Thank God I can pick up these kids.
Why'd you even invite me on?
Oh,
Really?
guys, we got a warning, 5 minutes, so we got to end the show.
That was over 3 hours ago.
We got to leave. I'm sorry.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
You know, I gotta
We
be
missed
honest
the
with
message.
you.
Ladies and
Doug,
gentlemen, this has been Funny
this was
Talk
very
with
fast.
Ellen Max and Janice Massetti and Evan Weiss and Helene.
Friday night, 8 o'clock, when comedy starts opening up again. Broadway Comedy Club, 8 o'clock, be there.
Broadway Comedy Club, Tom Angeli, Cade
Evan White Comedy. All right,
Thank
goodbye.
you. Sorry, Hamilton, for going along. Thank you.
we should
Good night.
mention our sponsor before we go.
Jack,
Jack,
JIrwinProductions.com.
yes,
Very
thank
good.
you, Jay Irwin. Thank you so much, Jack.
Well, thanks for being on the show, folks. Have a good week and stay safe.
Can I still see you, Doug?
Yeah. They